Oh निर्मल मां हरे आवो नी पधारो म्हारे देश। हरि निर्मल माता जी हरि निर्मल माता रानी आवो नी पधारो म्हारे देश। पधारो म्हारे देश। पधारो म्हारे शुभ दिन है आयो घणो मंगल है छायो।
जय श्री माता जी। सहज योग, द इटर्नल नॉलेज, निरंतर ज्ञान के इस ध्यान मंच में आप सभी संतों का, पुण्यात्माओं का हृदय से स्वागत है। आप सभी को हमारा हृदय पूर्वक प्रणाम स्वीकार्य हो। परम पावनी मां के चेतना सागर में सर्व सब समर्पित करते हुए आज गुरुवार के शुभ मंगल बेला में और श्रावण की पूर्णिमा के दिन रक्षाबंधन के अति पावन त्योहार के पर्व पर हमारा हृदय मां द्वारा दिए गए पावन स्वरूप से गदगद हो उठता है और हम सभी सहयोगी आज रक्षाबंधन के दिन इस शुभ अवसर पर हार्दिक शुभकामनाओं के पात्र हैं कि मां ने जो अनंत शक्तियां हमारे अंदर जागृत की, उनमें से एक अति महत्वपूर्ण शक्ति है, वो है अबोधिता की। और ये श्री गणेश जी की शक्ति जब हमारे व्यवहार में कार्य करती है तो हम चेतना स्वरूप में फलित होते हैं और जो भी बात चेतना के विरोध में है वो हमें अपनी चेतना में महसूस होती है, या तो वाइब्रेशन बंद हो जाएंगे या गर्म हो जाएंगे। और जब हम मर्यादाओं में बंधे हुए और श्री गणेश जी की पावनता अगर हमारे व्यवहार में आए और सिवाय हमारी धर्म पत्नी के सिवाय पूरी मानव जाति में जो भी स्त्रियां हैं, जो देवी स्वरूप हैं, वो या तो बहन है या फिर मां है। क्या ये शाब्दिक वर्णन ही है? हम जानते हैं कि भारतीय संस्कृति एक विरासत को लिए हुए है। चाहे राजा बलि का श्री लक्ष्मी जी को उपहार के रूप में श्री विष्णु को देना और राखी की महत्ता को दिव्य स्वरूप देना, चाहे रानी कर्णवती का चित्तौड़ के किले को बचाने के लिए हुमायूं की मदद मांगने के लिए रक्षा का हाथ बढ़ाना, या द्रौपदी का श्री कृष्ण से उस अंतस पीड़ा और वेदना की पुकार कर अपने भाई से रक्षा की मांग करना, जिसमें द्वारिका से श्री कृष्ण जी अपनी समस्त शक्तियों को लेकर वहां पहुंच गए। और राखी का ये त्योहार हमारे अंदर चेतना के विकास की पूर्णता का अभिप्राय है। जब श्री माता जी ने हमें आत्मस्वरूप में जागृत किया तो हमें मालूम चला कि हम ये शरीर, मन, बुद्धि, अहंकार, विकार नहीं, हम तो चेतना है। और चेतना में ही हम अपने स्वरूप को तराशते हुए सहस्त्रार के निरानंद आनंद सागर में एक रूप हो गए। और अगर हमारे व्यवहार में कोई दोष हो तो हमारी लेफ्ट विशुद्धि में वो दोष आगे हमें बढ़ने नहीं देता। हमारी आंखें पावन हो, हमारा व्यवहार पावन हो, हमारे संस्कार पावन हो, तो ये पावनता हम लाएं कहां से? हम मूल में हैं ही आत्मस्वरूप, हम हैं ही पावन। ये पावनता हमारा स्वभाव है। और जो मलिनताएं बाहर से आ गई, मायावी संसार की सत्यता को अपने मन के व्यथित भाव में आरोपित कर, वही हमारे दुख का कारण बनता है। और श्री माता जी ने इसका निवारण बताया कि आप श्री गणेश जी के आचरण को अपने व्यवहार में लाएं, उनका पूजन करें, उनकी अर्चना करें, उनके गुणों को अपने अंदर आत्मसात करें, और उनकी शक्तियां ही आपके अंदर फिर कार्य करती हैं और आपकी रक्षा करती हैं। आइए आज सामूहिक चेतना के सामूहिक ध्यान के माध्यम से इस सत्य को अपने अंतस की गहराइयों में महसूस करें। जय श्री माता जी। पूर्ण नतमस्तक भाव में अपने हृदय में मां के प्रति पूर्णतः समर्पित पहले हम अपनी शक्ति को बांधेंगे, बंधन लेंगे, तत्पश्चात 3 महामंत्र और फिर श्री गणेश मंत्र।
श्री सहस्रा स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री गणेश साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
एक बार श्री विष्णु माया का मंत्र ले लेंगे। ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री विष्णु माया साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माता जी श्री निर्मला देवै नमो नमः। और अब हम चेतना में पूरी तरह से निखर गए। इस दिव्य आनंद में, अपने स्वभाव में, आइए अपनी परम पावनी मां का हृदय में स्वागत करें। हे परम पावनी मां, हे परम करुणामयी मां, हम बच्चों के हृदय की एक ही विनम्र प्रार्थना कि मां आपके पावन शुभ श्री चरण कमल सदैव हमारे हृदय में विराजमान रहे। आपकी परम करुणा में सत्य स्वरूप आत्मा का हमें पूर्ण बोध हो और इस सत्य स्वरूप में, आपके सानिध्य में, आपकी करुणा में हम नव चेतना में जागृत आपके पावन श्री चरणों के प्रति सहज भक्ति को, सहज श्रद्धा को और सहज समर्पण को अनायास ही प्राप्त हो। श्रीमाता जी, इस दिव्य योग के अतीव मिलन का आनंद हमारे रोम रोम से बहे। अपनी परम पावनी मां के चेतना स्वरूप में हम जागृत अपने दिव्य पुलकित भाव आनंद से पूरे ब्रह्मांड में बिखेर इस सत्य का प्रमाण चहुं ओर बिखेरे और आपका शुद्ध माध्यम बन आपके सत्य स्वरूप का बयान करें। चहुं ओर आनंद ही आनंद, प्रेम ही प्रेम और करुणा ही करुणा हो मां। ऐसी चेतना की दिव्य स्थिति हम सभी बच्चों पर आशीर्वादित करें मां। श्रीमाता जी, हमारा अनंत कोटि प्रणाम, अनंत कोटि प्रणाम। जाने अनजाने हमसे जो भी गलतियां हैं उन सब के लिए हमें क्षमा कर। मां, उन्हें भी क्षमा करें जिन्होंने हमारा हृदय दुखी किया हो। श्री माता जी, आज रक्षा बंधन के अति पावन दिवस पर आप द्वारा दर्शाए मार्ग को आत्मसात करने की उत्कंठा से आज हम सामूहिक ध्यान के माध्यम से उस पावन स्वरूप को अपने आचरण में, व्यवहार में रूपांतरित कर चेतना के शिखर पर आनंद में सदा सदा के लिए समाधिस्थ होना चाहते हैं। मां श्री माता जी, हम सब पर ऐसी कृपा करें। आज के ध्यान की हमें अनुमति प्रदान कर हमारा मार्ग भी प्रशस्त करने की कृपा करें। मां जय श्री माता जी।
This day is extremely important in a way for Sahaja yogis to observe. And I'm happy that I'm here because it's very important also for America. As I told you that I've already talked to you how the war between Alexander and Porus was finished because of his sister's intervention. And also how Sri Krishna, whose sister was Draupadi, Vishnu Maya was born as Draupadi, and how he came to save her chastity by rushing all the way from Dwarika. So we can see that when we ascend in the collective consciousness and we have collective living, collective meeting, at the Vishuddhi Chakra, Sri Krishna established this, or he manifested this pure relationship of a sister. In a collective life that we have, in the ashram where we live, where we move about at Sahaja Yoga, if we do not have this basic principle within us, there will be a chaos, complete chaos. Once this purity of relationship is established, that apart from my wife, all the rest are my sisters or mothers, it cannot be a proper society. And the chaos of the social system of America is because they have no sense of pure relationships. Once you call somebody a sister, she's a sister. And once you call somebody a brother, she's a brother. It's not only that you should be born of the same parents. It's not necessary. But this is a very important principle to have a very pure society where everybody can live peacefully. It's a common thing I've seen in the West that a lady comes as a friend of the wife in the house. So she's there and she is a sister of the husband, has to be. But on the contrary, next day you find that this man starts having bad eyes towards this lady. Because from very childhood, if you have not fixed your attention on your sister with all that purity, you cannot have that pure feelings for another woman. The starting point is your own sister. The son is born and then the daughter is born, or first the daughter is born and the son is born. From that small age, when they are innocent, this is a dimension of sisterly pure relationship is developed. Even when the society is so corrupt and bad. But at a very young age, say at the age of 18 years, because of the social relations here and the social ideas, the second part, which is a brother's duty towards the sister, is to respect the chastity of his sister and to protect it. And also it is the sister's duty to keep the brother morally all right. So once it becomes freedom after 18 years of time, 18 years of age, then the sister goes with any man, lives with any man, the boy is not supposed to say anything. Or if the brother goes and stays with anyone, the sister cannot say anything. She cannot interfere. On the contrary, like India, anywhere, or I was told also in China and Egypt, even Islamic countries, if they find their sister going with another man, they'll shoot that man in the Islamic countries. In India, they may not shoot, but they will see that the sister is put right. Same with the brother. In India, I can say, in China also, if the brother is immoral, he is going the wrong way, then the sister tries her level best to bring him back to normal morality. It's very common that if a man is doing wrong, then the wife goes to the sister and she's very anxious and she becomes very upset about it. She goes all out to correct her brother. And this innate understanding exists within us. In every person, whether you are born in America or anywhere, that if the brother is doing the wrong thing, if he's smoking, if he's doing wrong things, more than the mother, the sister feels it. More than the mother, the sister wants that it should be corrected. And she goes all out to fight it out. Mother may start crying, weeping, give up. But the sister will go on fighting her brother. In her all efforts, she will see to it that the brother comes round. Also, other things like if the brother is doing something illegal, something wrong, something which is detrimental to the society, it is the sister who has a right, divine right, to go and correct. In a society where this relationship is very pure and where societies are quite settled down, the question doesn't arise mostly that the sisters do wrong. But supposing a sister does something like that, supposing a sister goes out of the family, she tries to give up her family for somebody else, or she tries to dominate her husband, or to do something wrong in the family, then the brother will go and tell her off what he thinks of her and will try to correct her. So this right to correct between brother and sister does exist, not because it is some sort of an outward thing but innately from within ourselves. This is the Ganesha principle which acts on Vishuddhi Chakra, where whatever communications we have a sister's relationship and a mother's relationship. Krishna also had a foster mother, as you know, and the relationship with him was exactly like her own son. So if you call somebody as a mother, it has to be absolutely pure relationships. So there are 3 types of relationships with the women. One is that of a mother, another of a sister or a daughter, and another is of a wife. Daughter cannot correct the father. Daughter has no right to correct the father, and she will not correct the father. On the contrary, even if he does wrong, she supports him. She stands by him always. She will even go against the mother to support father. It's nature. It's natural. But the son will correct the father if he is doing something against the mother. It's a natural thing. It's a male force supporting the female's force or the female force correcting the male force in such a manner that the society is kept clean and there is proper growth. Only among barbaric people, according to Shastras, only the Rakshasas indulge into such impure relationships all the time. Because there is no purity in the society, it crawls up into our mind, and mentally we accept these things as norms. Otherwise, there is no need to look at every woman with lust and greed, at every man with some lust. This abandonment has basically started when, like Freud has said it also, when the relationship with the mother, relationship with the father, the relationship with the brother and sisters are basically spoiled in childhood due to the atmosphere, due to so many things, whatever it is. And once it is ruined, this principle of Ganesha is ruined on your Vishuddhi Chakra. It's very, very difficult in SahajaYoga to keep such people going on. Now we have had problems in ashrams of this kind, which you know of, that they are living in the ashram and misbehaving. There are married women also, we had experience of this. I mean, it was such a horrifying thing, having relations in the most impure manner. Even the unmarried can do like this. I had a very bad experience in Austria once here also. It is such a horrible experience for me. I don't know what to do with them. Because I know they are Sahajogis, they are seekers. But this kind of weakness we cannot have in collectivity. It is like one really a bad apple which will ruin all of them. So even one example like that cannot be tolerated. Not that because it is so very venomous, but because this kind of relationship will ruin our collectivity. In India we had a system called Gotra, which meant that whatever university we studied, is that your Gotra. For example, my forefathers, all of them studied in one university which was started by Shandilya Muni. So they all went to his ashram in different places and did this, what you can say, his studies and all those things together. But in one Gotra, you cannot marry. Now so many years have passed. Because we belong to Shandilya Gotra, we cannot marry anyone in that Gotra. So to that extent it is. And when to that extent it comes in our mind, we don't think the other way around. And it doesn't come into our minds like that. Now we have societies like Islam, Muslim societies also. In the Muslim society, because of Parda system, they are always suspicious. And they can never trust that a woman is having a good relation with brothers or not, because they have no Gotra system at all. They are so suspicious because there is no freedom to talk. And I have seen in India, where also we can see that is quite a pure relationship idea between the Muslims. But Muslims have this problem. The women are suspicious, men are suspicious, and everything is done secretly and in a funny manner. So another thing should be that we should be absolutely free in an ashram. But there should not be a particular interest in one person. If somebody gets a particular interest in one person, then it is wrong. But in general, we should be free as brothers and sisters. And we should be very free. Then suspicion should not come in at that time. Suspicion can only come in when one person is interested only in one person. And that is the time we have to correct. Very important. Because it's all right. Supposing somebody is a leader, you are looking after the leader, is all right. If somebody is your Rakhi brother, is all right. You are looking after Rakhi brother. But if you go beyond a certain limit, then you better correct yourself. That's wrong. And then if you really want to deceive yourself and say, no, nothing is wrong, then know that this is not the way. You have come to SahajaYoga, giving up all these nonsensical things to ascend. And now there's again crawling up upon you. So the relationship should be of the same type with everyone. Now what is the difference in a society which is supposed to be elite, where people flirt with each other? They freely flirt. They flirt with this person, that person, that person, that person, like that. Not interested in anybody, this thing. But when they talk and when they have any communication, what is behind is, because we have to search our own souls. We have to find out ourselves. That's very important. Soul searching is important to see, why am I so friendly with such and such person? If you think that you are friendly with such and such person for some other purpose, like somebody might say that, oh, I'm all right because I'm working with her or something like that. But why interested? Because soul searching is very important in these countries especially. Because here there is no norms about how you behave with other women. So we have to be absolutely free, as I said, with each other, in the sense that like brothers and sisters are. And whatever are the limitations of a woman must be observed. Like, you see, say if my brother is sitting with me, I cannot watch a romantic picture. Cannot. If my daughters are there, my husband will not sit there to watch a romantic picture. It's very subtle. With the brother, you won't discuss something normally, say about sex or about things like that. Because it is such a private thing that you can only have this with your husband. So if he's a brother and if you find that trying to attract the person in a way that you should not, then you have to place yourself against yourself and see for yourself why you are doing it. It's such a frivolous nonsense thing. It's a joyless pursuit. So why should I do it? Once you understand the importance that Sahaja Yoga, you can only achieve your ascent through purity. There's no other way out. Anything which is hanging on to you will keep you down. And whatever you go, start dropping it out, whether it is ego, super ego, anything. But the highest of all is the purity of your mind as far as the sex is concerned. I will give it the highest priority. That's what we call as innocence. That's the only thing that will take you ahead. And so we all should try to search our souls. Now there are men and women who doubt each other all the time. I go on doubting each other. But it is another joyless pursuit. We have to watch ourselves and not others. By doubting others, we ruin our lives and the lives of others. But it's the duty of the wife and the husband to correct each other if they find anything wrong in that relationship. Now this discrimination has to be there. Mostly I have seen that if they are crazy people, they'll go on doubting everyone. It's a kind of a position. If they are doubting their wife, they'll go on after her life. If they are doubting about the husband, they'll go on after. This again spoils your collectivity. Such people cannot be collective and cannot be such. And I would say such people should be thrown out of Sahaja, or else they should be separated. Because this is a very subtle type of an aggression can take place, or a subtle type of a torture can take place, and a very bad type of relationships can develop between the Sahaja Yogis. I've seen one case in Australia which was very, very serious for me. There was an Indian girl and she got after her husband about these things. And so many people she hurt. And so many people left Sahaja Yoga. And nobody could discover why they are leaving. Because she used to do very subtly. And it came out of her inferiority complex or whatever it is. And when she came to India, her husband left her. And when I talked to her, the person whom she was suspecting is one of the gem of a persons I know. I was shocked. How could she think like that? Now I discovered that her mother was like that also. So one has to know that the purity of mind has to be there. Has to be very clean and open. But in that openness, you should see the freshness of mind. If you are not fresh in your mind and you brood and think, then know that is not correct. Today I am touching these subjects because we have had problems like this in America. And also America is a place which is seething with this nonsense. And I don't know when are they going to stop it. There's no end to it. But for you people to establish proper collectivity, it is extremely important to understand that you should do soul searching about it. You have to understand through your vibrations, through your own understanding. Because I cannot say you are wrong, you are wrong. You have to find out if there is something wrong with you to establish this pure relationship. If you people really strive to do that and really pray, I tell you, half of the problems of this country will be spoiled. Solved forever. You see, people are suffering from this disease, that disease. And when I asked them, why do you do that? He said, because women are not dependable. You go home, they disappear with another man. So better to stay with a man than to stay with a woman. I mean, absurd and natural nonsense thing they do. Same with the women. Now, if fidelity is between husband and wife, in the real sense of the word, again we come to reality, real sense of the word, then the man and women should become free like birds. They know. So it is the childhood relationship between brother and sister. I would say with everybody else in the childhood, whatever relations you have. You see, the child goes to one uncle, to another uncle, to her, everybody is an uncle, to another aunt, this, that. So he develops all his dimensions of purity in childhood. But if you keep the child all the time, this is my child, can't go to this person, can't go to that person, then the child develops those corners. Then when the child is exposed later on, gradually, you don't have to give any ideas. He would not do immoral things automatically. You don't have to teach them about sex, don't have to do anything. Because after all in India, we don't tell children anything, we never talk to them about it. They just go. I mean, you leave them alone anywhere. No question, now, say, I have my 2 daughters, now they have their husbands. They might fight with each other sometimes, whatever it is. But left to themselves, I cannot think it is possible that any other man can attract their attention on a wrong way. They'll be free with anyone, talk to everyone. They cannot. But I've never told a word about sex or anything. I feel shy even to say this word to them. How is it they have got this innately built in within themselves? Because the society, the Indian society, is such that brother-sisters relations are beautiful. In Greece, which is a very ancient country also, but now they are becoming modernized. So we have our Stamatis there, is an interesting person, as you know. Stamatis is a very interesting person. He's a lawyer and he is in Athens. So he told me a joke. He said, Mother, when we became young, he's already young, but according to him, became young much earlier. So when we became young, we all boys decided, let's have some good time with the girls to be modern. But immediately they all started, but not my sister, huh? Spare my sister, don't touch my sister. So I said, which is the girl who has no brother? All girls have gone. I said, no, you see, this won't work out. In Greece, it won't work out, I told her. You see, exactly, he there suggested that no brother likes his sister to be exploited by any man. And this is the principle. How you please your brother by remaining chaste, and how you please your sister by remaining chaste. So there's a mutual controlling power, which is innate. Again, I'll say it is innate. It is not forced by society, innate. But in a society which is so artificial, where all the time the ideas are put into your heads, there's brainwashing going on. You just start thinking it's something wrong, this is not proper, this is being something absurd. But even among animals I've seen, this works for quite some time. So what about human beings? So all these qualities that we have within us, which are innate, are beautiful. The societies which are spoiled, ruined, or we see these decadent societies, as we can call them, are the societies which have got a very good system built in of brainwashing. Even about, say, 100 years back in this country, the society was not like this. Even 50 years back, it was not like this. If you see the films and things, you will know. that the innate value system was the same. But now people are so much brainwashed that all their innate qualities have been destroyed and there are all artificial qualities are there. Now Sahaja Yoga is the innate religion within us. And one of the innate religion, or we can say one of the innate religious quality is that we understand the purity and the beauty of brothers and sisters relations. Like, say for example, A is a sister of B. Now, B has a friend. Now this friend comes to the house and A starts getting friendly with B. Take it like that. In American way, I don't know how far they go or whatever way. That troubles the brother. He doesn't like it. That troubles the sister also. Because she doesn't know how she stands. She becomes nervous. She's not sure as to how to go forward with it. So all the relations become confused. And they don't know how to deal with each other. How to express themselves. How to behave in a manner that the relationship between these three is again normal. And most of the societies which are so abundant, if you go and really examine these people, you will be surprised that they're extremely nervous people. They say that if you have to make out an American among thousands, it's very easy. His nose will be twitching, his eyes will be going like this, his hands will be going like that. Of course, not such yogis. And it's very easy to make it up. The reason is, he's all the time on tentacles. He doesn't know what his sister is doing, what his mother is doing, what his wife is doing. Or the other way around also, for a woman. That's why the maximum number of breast cancers are in America. With all this advancement, if you see the statistics, the maximum number of patients are here. So apart from ego and superego, the worst thing that has happened to these modern societies is that they have lost their innate understanding of purity. That innate understanding in Sahaja Yoga now you have got it. So try to develop it and flower it. So the fragrance of that innocence will make each other very happy. And such a kind of a security. One feels so secure. And that's why it is a Raksha Bandhan. That the protection of a brother and a protection of a sister. All the time you know my brother is there after all. My sister is there. A kind of a very pure, beautiful feeling that I have somebody to protect me. And this beautiful feeling, if it's nurtured, looked after, in a wider way in Sahaja Yoga, then you feel absolutely, absolutely secure. Like one lady went to Sicily. She was a Sahaja Yogini. And there's another one from another corner went down to Sicily. They were sitting apart from each other in a restaurant. And she just looked at her and she looked at her and they just felt they were both real ISOs. So she just came in she said, by the way, have you heard about Sri Mataji Nirmala Devi? She said, are you a Sahaja Yogini? I said, I am. I'm also Sahaja Yogini. They hugged each other and kissed each other. See, normally if it is done with a woman, here they will call her something else. But they described Mother, we started crying. Because both we are very lonely there, and we started crying. Such beautiful relationship. But if she, any such, I was surprised that when some people came to India, they said, "Oh my God, here all the girls are holding each other's hands." I said, "Why? Whose hands they should hold that?" First I couldn't understand, and they were surprised. How are they holding each other's hand? So that everybody is a target. Everybody is looked into as if he is a dirty fellow. Whether it's a man or a woman, whether it is relationship between man and man or woman and woman. It's filth. It's dirt. So we have to get out of it. And to get out of it, we must understand that relationships are only enjoyed if they are pure. And also, say in a sap of the tree is rising. Now the sap has to give something to the leaves. Instead of giving that to the leaves, it starts giving that green chlorophyll, say, to the flower. The flower will become green, and I don't know if the leaves will also survive this kind of misplacements. So whatever relationship you have to give to anyone has to be pure and meticulous about it. That what relationship you have to give. For example, I am your guru. So the relationship between you and me is precise. So supposing you say, what does it matter? I can go and sit in mother's lap. You cannot. You cannot do it. Though it's a pure relationship, still you cannot. Or I may put my feet towards my mother. I cannot. Because these all relations must be understood in its pure forms. Even in electricity, you see, now supposing this is a fan running here, and you've got a plug. Now supposing you put that plug in your nose, will it run? It looks absurd, but that is what it is. All these modern ideas are like this, that you are putting the plug into the nose and the handkerchief instead of the nose goes into that plug. It is so absurd and it is so useless, and it shows how idiotic people have become. So we should know what is the relationship we have with each other. What is the relationship we have in the collective? How do we behave? Of course, in the collective way, always the girls will pull the legs of boys and boys will pull the legs of girls, is all right, and can go on among themselves also, is all right. But as long as there's purity, nobody will mind. They'll all enjoy. But as soon as it becomes perverted, then the problems start. And in SahajaYoga, these useless problems has taken away so much of my energy that I'm now fed up with it. Really fed up. Somebody writes to me from there, "Mother, I have suddenly fallen in love with somebody." Now recently, there was a boy, he was married from England, married to a girl, I don't know from where he was, married to a girl from India. And there was a lady who was married, I don't know what should I call her, she's not a lady anymore, married to a French boy. She went to France, lived with him, and came back. Now he's an English boy. Before marriage, they were just friends and all right. And after they got married, both of them started living together. But I can't understand. Before marriage, it never entered into their head. After marriage, why this has entered into their head? But we don't know what to do now. You see that French boy is fed up. He said, I have nothing to do, but this Indian girl, what am I to do? What am I to tell her? Because for her, he is her husband. Because Indians are not like this to put the plug in the nose type, you see. So she cannot understand. And she doesn't know what to say. I don't know what to tell her, how to solve this problem. It is such a funny problem now. This French boy found her out in no time, he's just given her up. But now, such a headache, This boy came to see me, this English boy, discussing with me till 2:30 in the night. And then directly said, now if you don't get away, I'll beat you. So he ran away. He came inside directly and said, now it's 2:30, will you please get out from there? And what he was telling me, I know, this is wrong. I know this is wrong. I know I'm putting the plug into my nose, all right. Then, but I have been struggling with myself for 6 months. I don't know what to do with myself. I said, but are you possessed? He said, no. But I know. They think in these Western societies that once they say, I know I'm doing wrong, I know I'm doing wrong. Then finished. You have confessed to God, you have confessed to everyone, I know this is wrong. Well, I'm doing it. But till 2:30 was just saying this to me. I said, but what is the solution? I know there is no solution. I know. Whatever I did, I understand. I know. What do you understand? Now to give me the solution. I don't know. So I told him that really I'm so fed up with you that I've decided I'll have no more marriages. Because you have no sense of marriage. Till you got married, you were all right. You were nice to her, you wrote one letter to her, and suddenly now, how have you fallen together? He said, it was spontaneous. I said, what spontaneous? This girl came to a place where I was working for something, and I met her. Finished. That's all. He knew this girl before, they were together, everything was there, nothing happened. Suddenly, what has happened? Now, what I gather, that Western society is built up against marriages, against families. To be married, according to them, is a sin. And once you are married, to get out of the sin, you must do something like that. Because they live together for days together, and once they marry, immediately they think of divorce. Because marriage is now so much connected with property, money, this, that, nonsense. That the whole thing has become so gross. And after marriage, there's no question of love. Because how much money goes, how much part of the house goes, how many things are mine, the whole thing has become so materialistic. Such marriages can never be successful. But in SahajaYoga, we marry for our ascent. We have to respect our marriages and to respect our chastities with our brothers and sisters. Those people who try to somehow or other ruin the purity of collectivity, I assure you, will be in very great trouble henceforth. I think every sort of divine punishment comes after every period. And now I have started feeling, with my experience, that any such absurd manifestation of impurity, I need not say anything about it. There is a divine punishment, and of a very horrible nature. Now I've got 3-4 experiences, and I think it has already started. It's nice. Today is the day when I can talk to you about it. I can't help it. I think periodically some new ideas of punishments have been started by this divine power. And for people who behave like this, I have seen there are terrible things. So please do your soul searching. Find out if there are any impure feelings, try to throw them away. And know that you are not possessed by such funny ideas. If you start developing a deeper understanding, then you will not be attracted by superficial things. And you won't be distracted from your path. There was one girl in India, was very dark, say, I wouldn't call her in any way beautiful. She's tall, but she's very, very dark. And there's somebody who was all right for her age. So I asked him, I said, you see, she's not suitable for you. But you can have a look at her. And he saw her and he said, Mother, I want to marry her. I feel so tranquil in her company. Such beautiful vibrations. So once you develop your deeper side, then you do not see all the superficial thing, but you see the vibrations of the person. And once you start seeing the vibrations, you'll be surprised that if these relationships are not all right, your vibrations will stop. You don't feel the vibration. You must know that Chaitanya is a living energy which thinks, which knows, which understands everything. So if you are getting wrong ideas about somebody and if you try to see vibrations, you will get heat automatically. It's a computer which thinks. The information that is filled into this computer refills itself. Such a computer. As soon as you start feeling the vibrations of such a person, immediately you feel that there are no vibrations or there's heat. But supposing you are unnecessarily suspicious and unnecessarily you are trying to trouble yourself, then also same thing will happen. You have got, of course, realization. You have got great qualities. You are not even aware as to what you got so easily. You got the knowledge also so easily. You didn't have to go to any college or anything. And you are capable of so many things. But remember that the power that is within you is cleverer than you. And anything you try to do which is not correct, which is not righteous, which is not holy, it will try to correct you. So try to be a deeper person. Try to understand what is behind this person, what is the spiritual quality of this person. And then only you will know that pure relationships are so fragrant and so beautiful. I really enjoy you people because you have such pure relationships among yourselves and such understanding. May God bless you. Have some water. इसको बंद ही कर दो, क्या करना।
जी श्रीमाता जी, माँ ने जो अति सूक्ष्म बातें बताई, माँ कह रहे हैं कि ये जो रिश्तों की पावनता है वो आपके उत्थान के लिए है। आइए इस सत्य को अपने अंदर महसूस करते हुए निःशब्द ध्यान का आनंद लें। जय श्री माता जी। 3 महामंत्र।
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रा स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
सामूहिक बंधन। जय श्री माता जी। माँ के आज के दिव्य प्रवचन का रेफरेंस 1990 0807 रक्षाबंधन पूजा टॉप 1 यूट्यूब का रेफरेंस है 1990 0807 रक्षाबंधन पूजा टॉप 1 और amrita.org में भी है ये। उसमें इसका टाइटल है रक्षाबंधन एंड श्री गणेश पूजा। यूएसए में हुई और 7 अगस्त 1990 को माँ ने बहुत ही दिव्य बातें इसमें बताई, जिनमें मूल बात श्री माता जी ने रिश्तों की पावनता की कही। भारतीय संस्कृति इसका बहुत बड़ा उदाहरण है। चाइना में भी और जो पुराने देश हैं ग्रीक वगैरह, उनमें भी इस पावनता का माँ ने जिक्र किया। श्री माता जी बता रहे हैं कि ये जो वेस्टर्न सोसाइटी में रिलेशंस के बीच में जो एक तरह का इमोरल बिहेवियर है, उसके लिए माँ कह रही है ये राक्षसी वृत्तियां हैं और इनको आपको दूर करना है। श्री माता जी कह रहे हैं जब सहयोग शुरू हुआ तो ये सबसे पहले आपको श्री गणेश जी का गुण देता है और वही आपका मूल आधार बन करके आपके व्यक्तित्व का स्वरूप बनता, व्यवहार का रूप बनता है। श्री माता जी कह रहे हैं कि एक गोत्र हुआ करता था और गोत्र में शादियां नहीं होती थी, वो एक वंश चलते थे। एक गुरु के पास जिन जिन लोगों ने शिक्षा ली वो सारे एक ही गोत्र के कहे जाते। तो भारतीय संस्कृति में गोत्र की प्रथा है और गोत्र में विवाह नहीं होता है। ऐसे जो फंडामेंटल्स हैं, जो अध्यात्म को बांधने वाली चीजें, वो हमारी संस्कृति का हिस्सा है। श्री माता जी कह रहे हैं कि जो पवित्रता है ये आपके रिश्तों में, आपके आध्यात्मिक उत्थान को बल देती है। श्री माता जी कहते हैं कि रिश्ते में दो चीजें बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है, एक तो फ्रीडम और दूसरा विश्वास। अगर ये दो चीजें नहीं है तो फिर रिश्ते पूरी तरह से फलते नहीं। और वेस्टर्न सोसाइटी के बारे में श्री माता जी ने बहुत डिटेल में बातें कही, कैसे वो लोग बेसिक चीजों को भी नहीं जानते। और श्री माता जी ने इसके बारे में वार्निंग दी है कि अगर आप नहीं माने तो पुनिशमेंट्स आती हैं, डिवाइन पुनिशमेंट्स, जो कि बड़े भयंकर तरीके से आती हैं। तो श्री माता जी ने उनके बारे में भी बताया। माँ ने सोल सर्चिंग की बात की ही, अपने अंतःकरण में निरीक्षण करें और जो जो हमारे चेतना के विरोध में है वो सब हम बाहर निकालें। और इन मूलभूत बातों के लिए माँ ने कहा कि जो ये जो बाहर के हम सुपरफिशियल रिलेशंस, दिखावे के रिश्ते बना लेते हैं, आप उनको छोड़ करके चैतन्य के आधार पर रिश्तों को बनाएं, चैतन्य से अपने आप को आंकें। और ये चैतन्य की शक्ति ही आपके रिश्तों में और आपकी चेतना में, उत्थान में आपको नई दिशा देगी। कुछ पोर्शन इसमें से रह गया और वो श्री गणेश जी के बारे में श्री माता जी ने पूजा के बारे में बताया कि आज कौन सी पूजा करें। तो श्री माता जी ने बताया कि आज हम श्री गणेश जी की पूजा करेंगे। क्यों? श्री माता जी कह रहे हैं कि श्री गणेश जी का ही स्वरूप मैंने आपको दिया है, वो आपके बड़े भ्राता हैं, उन्हीं के गुण आपके अंदर जागृत हों, और जब वो व्यवहार में आपके आएंगे तो आप सारी चीजों को अपनी चेतना में समझेंगे। तो इस सारे बातों को अपने हृदय में रखते हुए और अपने गंभीर स्वभाव में, अपने हृदय में प्रतिबद्ध इस सच्चाई के लिए कि हम जो बिगड़ते हालात हैं, जो भारतीय संस्कृति पर बाहर से आ रही जो विदेशी संस्कृति के प्रभाव हैं, जो हमारी युवा पीढ़ी इनसे विमुख हो रही है और एक नई तरह की सोसाइटी जन्म ले रही है, तो इस समय हम सहयोगियों का एक बहुत बड़ा कर्तव्य है कि हम अपने सत्व के ऊपर अडिग होकर के उस सत्य का प्रमाण दें और पूरी दुनिया को माँ के इस दिव्य प्रेम से आलोकित करें। आइए श्री माता जी का हृदय में धन्यवाद करें। हे परमानंद माँ, हे परम करुणामयी माँ, आज के इस सुंदर सामूहिक ध्यान के लिए, आपकी दिव्य अमृतवाणी के लिए, आप द्वारा सिखाई बहुत ही सूक्ष्म आध्यात्मिक उन चीजों के लिए जो हमारे उत्थान के केंद्र बिंदु हैं, इन सब के लिए माँ हम सभी बच्चे आपके आभारी हैं, ऋणी हैं। श्री माता जी, हम इस सत्य को अपनी चेतना में समझें और इसमें परिपक्व हो, और हम सब सहयोगी, पूरी मानव जाति, पूरा ब्रह्मांड मां स्वरूप, बहन स्वरूप, चेतना स्वरूप इस आनंदमय सृष्टि का हम अपनी चेतना से एक ही भाव में इसका आनंद ले, ऐसी हम पर कृपा करें मां। हम सभी मिथ्याओं से परे इस सत्य स्वरूप में, चेतना के निरानंद सागर में जागृत हूं, और इसमें स्थायी भाव में समाधिस्थ हो, ऐसी हम पर कृपा करें मां। क्षमाते जी, इस दौरान हमसे कुछ भूल हुई हो, कोई गलती हुई हो तो कृपा करके क्षमा करें। क्षमाते जी, हमारा अनंत कोटि प्रणाम मां, अनंत कोटि प्रणाम मां, अनंत कोटि प्रणाम मां। जय क्षमाते जी। अगला सेशन सैटरडे को होगा। जय क्षमाते जी। जय श्री माता सर।
जय श्री